to another Put the Power Down video. In today's video, we are in the BMW 750i. Starting off with the 750i, we're going to talk about the outward appearance. Now, the outward appearance is basically your typical BMW styling that you would expect. Has the beautiful headlights up front, the nice back end. Everything just flows really nicely with the car. This car is in the Imperial Blue metallic color, and this color is a really dark, nice blue that comes with it. It kind of looks like almost a grayish blue if you look at it in different lights. It's the color that I would say is, once you buy it, it kind of can change colors in a way. And what I'm saying by that, depending on what time of day it is, what type of light you're looking at it, the color can kind of look a little lighter and darker. And if that's something that interests you, then this is definitely a color that you were looking into getting to. Another thing with this vehicle, you also have some very nice aluminum alloy wheels that have the BMW center cap in the middle. Now, moving on to the inside of the vehicle, we have these beautiful leather seats. There are a bunch of features that this car comes with. I mean, you look left and right and you name it, it's in this vehicle. You have, of course, your power moonroof that is above me right now. You have heated and cooled leather seats. You have a heated steering wheel, very nice to grab on 10 and 2. You have your bolsters here. Now, this car is an all-wheel drive V8 with twin turbos on it, and it also has paddles on it, so you can shift the car as you would like. So say you want first gear, second gear, or anything like that on demand, you have the ability to go ahead and pop the car into manual mode, which is also sport mode, and just go ahead and control it right here with the your shifting paddles. These paddles also do not feel cheap. They have a very nice feel to them. A lot of cars, you know, they might be a little bit more flimsy depending on the price tag, but of course, being BMW, these paddles do feel very nice. You definitely feel like you are touching something with quality here. Now, moving over to your gauges here, you have a very nice digital gauge cluster that shows everything from your speeds, everything that you would basically expect. So your speed, your RPMs, stuff like that, how much gas you have, oil that's going on, anything that you would expect on a gauge cluster, of course this is going to have it. Also sitting in this vehicle, one of the main things that you'll notice is a very large screen that you have here. Now, you control the screen by using a little dial here right beside your gear selector shift, and I'll get back to this because I think this is pretty nice the way it's set up here and the way this works. But back to this dial here, you have a dial that you twist left and right to basically control everything, and on the screen everything appears, so like your radio, telephone, navigation, contacts, for your phone, everything like that appears. You also can go in depth with your vehicle information, what's going on with the car, stuff like that, whether you need to take it into service or whether you're getting service, and your service department can look at that, and it's all right here located on this. As far as your stuff like that with your manual, that's also located right there, so you can easily pull that up, as well as you also have the actual book copy located in your glove department. Now, as I just previously mentioned, this car has a very nice gear selector. To select gears on the vehicle, you simply just put your foot on the brake. Now, there is a little button here that says unlock on the gear selector, and what this is going to let you do is basically allow you to shift the car, because that way if you hit it by accident, it's not just going to shift. So you put your foot on the brake and you can go into drive, in reverse like I just did. You can also go into sport mode, which I just talked about earlier, which allows you to use the paddles, and you can go up to all the way up to eighth gear, because this is an 8-speed automatic and allows you to get better gas mileage on the highway with this. And here's what the view looks like from the driver's side. You have these beautiful digital gauges that I mentioned earlier. The M right there that you see right there in the bottom, it just says M1. Now it's going to say M2 once I hit the paddles again. This is for the manual mode, and I have it in manual mode. By going down to the selector, the gear selector, like I talked about earlier, all you have to do is push in the unlock button on the left, and then now I can drive, and you can go up to neutral, reverse, and just go into park. All you have to do is tap this top button right here. This vehicle also has a very beautiful interior. These seats that I am sitting in right now currently are very nice, elegant seats, have very great back support. The back seat in this vehicle is also very nice and roomy. The back seat passengers have their own climate control settings, so if you're cold up front, and you can have the heat on, and if they're hot in the back, then they can have the air conditioning on. So that is also a very nice feature that this vehicle has. Now, pulling off in the BMW 750i, I can tell you that this is a very smooth driving vehicle. I don't really feel any bumps in the road at all. It also shifts very smooth. Like I did mention, this is an 8-speed automatic. Now, you do have the option for manual mode, but for right now, we're just going to drive around in drive mode, and I'll tell you guys how it feels and what type of feedback I'm getting from the road and whatnot as I keep driving. Now, the road I'm driving on right now is currently not the smoothest, but this car is handling very well. The suspension setup on this car is basically soaking up every single bump. You really feel like you're driving on a cloud right now. This car definitely screams luxury to me. So now we're going to do a quick little bit of stabilization, and I'll tell you guys how the car feels. that was quite nice. Now, like I said, this car is a twin turbo V8. Now, basically, if you don't know what turbos are, they simply run off the exhaust, so there will always be that little bit of lag, and this car does have a very small amount of lag. But once I say you're past 2,000, 2,500 RPMs, this car definitely gets ups and goes for its size. Now, this is, again, a 4-door sedan, so I would expect 0 to 60 times for this car to be around 0 to 60 in maybe 5.5 seconds. It does feel really strong. As I'm driving on this road right now, I can also tell you that the heads-up display that this car has is very nice. It's visible. It's not in your way. Now, a lot of people that hear about this feature and they think that a feature like this might be, you know, kind of distracting, but it's really not. It's actually down in the lower part of the screen, and it's very nice to see because it also displays the exact speed limit of the road that you're driving on right now, so that way you know exactly if you're speeding or not. It also tells your speed right beside it on the right side of the road. I can also tell you that that quick acceleration that I just did, this vehicle is still very silent. I mean, you don't really hear any road noise, no nothing. You do hear a little induction note, nothing really much out of the exhaust. Overall, a very quiet car, even when you're on the gas. I'm going to go ahead and try the manual paddle shifters out to go ahead and give you an idea about what the feedback is with these. So shifts in this car are almost instant. Very nice, very nice. As you saw right there, I just clicked and you probably just heard the engine downshift a little bit. This car is very responsive. It also does have a sporty side to it, but like I said, it is also sporty and refined at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up my review of the BMW 750i. I would say that this is a very, very nice luxury vehicle. It has so many features over it. I wish I could have gone more in depth of the vehicle. But if you would like to check this vehicle out in person, you can go over to Capital Ford here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And they're very nice guys here, and they'll help you out, help you out with financing and anything. They'll basically work with you, get a good deal going on the car. This is a very nice car. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys another day.